Pruning is incredibly important for plants because one, it gets you a bigger yield because you can create more branches, but it also helps with airflow. So the rule of thumb is to not cut more than 1/3 of the plant, because if you do, you will shock it and possibly kill it. So just go through and find the point where you see tiny little leaves and a nice part of the stem going higher, so cut right above it. Perfect. When growing your herbs or any plants indoors, it's best to have a fan, not on a high setting, but about low to medium. The stems of the plant will strengthen against it, and it helps acclimate for future going outside. Basil can propagate in water. So what you do is, if I had a longer stem here, it would be better. But I go through, and if I have any lower leaves, I would clear it out. So that way this can sit in the water and it will grow roots, and then I can start a whole nother plant, thus giving me more options for another yield. Hot and spicy oregano, also known as just spicy oregano, also needs to be pruned. So I go through and I see a spot right above the leaves where the little ones are trying to grow. It'll create more of a yield, creating more branches, so I will actually get a better harvest doing this. Another way to harvest is to take off the leaves for a dehydrator. When you have really big leaves like this, you're going to want to take and gently pull right by the vein. It'll dry much more efficient. The stem will actually slow down the drying process, so that's why you remove the leaves off of it. When you have fine, small leaves, remove it off the stem and use a non-BPA liner to go on your dehydrator. So that way you don't lose it, because it can still breathe and there's smaller holes so it doesn't slip through. Being that I'm only doing 3 trays, I separated them pretty well so that way the airflow is much more efficient and circulates.